Hello and welcome to There to Live with Mary Ajagbe. How are you doing today? I want to believe that you are doing well. Awesome. Thank you so much for listening to my podcast, and thank you so much for, you know, just listening in. And if you're sharing my links, thank you so much also for doing that. Amazing. I hope that you are also being encouraged as well as being inspired and motivated to do what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Now, the last episode I spoke on your mind and you, and I ended up with a question asking that, how is your mind? Is your mind healthy or unhealthy? And that is going to lead me into my conversation for today. And it is a healthy mind. I'm going to be talking about a healthy mind. And this is based off of if you answer the question, do you have a healthy mind? Yes or no? I'm sure you're wondering, okay, so how do I tell if I have a healthy mind? What exactly is a healthy mind? And how can I even tell that I have a healthy mind, right? Now, a healthy mind actually just consists of your emotional, your psychological, and your social well-being. And if all of these three are in alignment, it automatically will affect how you think, how you feel, and how you act. It influences all of your decisions, and also how you handle stress and how you relate with other people, right? So, question: how is your emotional well-being? How is your psychological well-being, and how is your social well-being? Are you relating well with others, or are you able to relate well with others? Your emotional well-being, are you constantly on a low energy wise? Are you constantly feeling low? Are you constantly feeling devoid of energy, or you are feeling confident and happy and bubbly and at peace within yourself, or you feel very disorganized? If this is how you feel, and your psychological well-being, how do you feel? How is your internal state, right? Is your internal state very balanced or imbalanced, in terms of you just find yourself, easily irritated, angry, and all of these things, and you find it hard to focus, all of these things? If all of these things that I've mentioned are not right, then we can say that you have an unhealthy mind. But I want to talk about an healthy mind first, and basically, yeah, just sharing that your mind, the healthiness of your mind, or how should I put it? It's also the same way that, you remember I used the analogy of your bodily functions and your organs, and how, if for instance you sense that there's something wrong, with a particular part of you, then you would definitely go to the hospital, right, and say to the doctor, oh, I'm feeling so way, these are the symptoms. And then the doctor will look at all of what you've presented to him, and then be able to draw out a diagnosis and say to you that this is exactly what's going on with your body, and then prefer a solution that you begin to work on, right? And so this is why it's very essential for us to be very aware, because self-awareness is one of the keys to determining if you have a healthy mind or an unhealthy mind. And so you have to be self-aware and ask yourself questions such as what I had already just put out to you. How is my emotional well-being? How is my emotional state? Do I feel balanced? Do I feel loved? Do I feel at peace? Do I feel at rest? Am I sane? Do I feel okay? Do I feel happy? These are determinants of a healthy mindset, right? And do I feel connected to people? Do I want to be a part of, something amazing that is happening? How is my relationship with other people? Do I find myself hiding away or isolating myself? This also is a determinant of if your mind is healthy or not healthy, right? And so I want to just share something, with us, that it's important that you work on a healthy mind. It's important. Just the same way that you are constantly going to the gym, you find out that, oh, I'm gaining weight in this particular area of my body, and I want to, shed the weight. The same way, is also how you need to shed off an unhealthy mindset, and shed off an unhealthy mindset And that would require that you begin to do what is needed for a healthy mindset. If you would do the work to going to a gym, right? To work on your body, to work on your tone your arms, tone your belly, be healthy and fit, then best believe that your mind also requires such rigorous attention and rigorous work in. And it might not be so rigorous in terms of making it sound very stressful. No, it's just doing and putting certain checks and balances in place to ensure that your mind is healthy. And one of the things that you can do to ensure a healthy mind is to get plenty of sleep. My goodness, don't underestimate the power of sleep. One of the things that I'm learning myself to do is to sleep. When I find that my mind is constantly hovering from one place to the other, I'm unable to sleep when I should, then I know that there's something going on with me, right? Or then I know that there's something going on with me and I want to check that, right? So if you're having difficulty sleeping, this is also proof that you need to check, and you need to begin to cut out what are the things that are not helping you sleep well. Is it your time schedule? Then you need to rework your schedule, and your timing to ensure that you put sleep, because sleep is needed. There's something that I started to realize in recent times, and one of the understandings that I came into is that if you do not learn, right, to take the rest that you need, your body will require it from you. And when it does require it from you, it's not going to be funny. It's not going to be funny at all. Some of you work hours, long hours. Some of you are on screen working round the clock. You need to rest. You need to take time out. I used to have such a difficulty with rest. I used to have such a difficulty resting, because I'm like, I think I have to be doing something. I have to be doing so I was that person who fun and recreation just used to not be a thing for me, and I struggled with it for so long, until I had a session with a coach, and we spoke on fun and recreation, and started to ask me questions, and I just traced that one of the things that that made me feel good and energized me was dancing. And we stayed there for a while, like, let's get into this space of dancing. Then you need to dance more. How does dancing help you feel? I love to dance, and so I dance in my room, I dance around the house and all of that, and it helps me. By the time I'm done, I feel good. I feel brand new on the inside of me. I feel happier. I feel this surge of energy, positive flowing energy through my body. And so this is it for me, right? So I've moved from sleeping, right, to explaining the importance of rest, right? Getting restful sleep is one of the most important things you can do for your brain health. Put that phone away. Shut down on that phone. There's no emergency. Nobody's dying if you're not on your phone. Nobody's calling. Nobody's sending you any message. Just put that phone down and rest your brain. Rest for a few hours, and then you get back to what it is that you're doing. Take time in between, even while you're at work. Just take time, stretch out your legs, and all of that, and just rest, basically, right? You need to protect your head. Remember, I mentioned that this is one of your greatest assets, and you need to protect assets. You protect your assets. That's what you do with assets. You protect them, right? So protect your head, protect your mind, protect that head space, your mind space. Take care of your mental health, take care of your thought processes. Just do that. And then also build social networks. I know that a lot of us are living sedentary lifestyle. I for one am. In terms of, I'm working from home, and so a lot of my time I'm in front of my laptop, my computer, sorry, still the same thing, in front of my laptop, in front of my phone is in my hand almost, and one of the things that I realized is I started to have pain in my little finger, the right hand. I started to feel this pain, and I knew that it was my muscles contracting. So sometimes because I'm pressing, I'm typing and all of that, it contracts, and then I begin to feel pain in my in my hand. So one of the things that I'm doing is massaging it, and making sure that I relieve the hand of the tension that I'm putting on it by the constant typing and all of that. Again, self-awareness will help you just identify certain things. There was a time I was on a job and I started to have swollen feet. I had to leave that job, but of course that was one of the reasons, but that was not the entire reason, right? And I was having swollen feet and I knew I needed to take care of my health, because if I didn't, a lot of things were going to happen. And it was just also signs of so many things. And also just seeing myself, I noticed that I was bloated and a whole lot of things, and I started to just take things and see. It's important that you take note of your body and you begin to do the things that make you healthy. And there is a connection between your brain and your body. There is a connection between your brain and your body, and you most definitely want to do the work that is required if you are going to, if you're believing for long life. The Lord has promised long life, but there are also things that you need to do to ensure that you stay within the confines of long life, right? In a couple of days ago, I heard news of somebody who had died, and apparently the person was diabetic and had a whole lot of plenty things going on in his body. And he didn't, even as much as they were going to the hospital and out of the hospital, he didn't change his eating habits and a whole lot of, he didn't change his lifestyle habits, right? And eventually, this was somebody that was in and out of the hospital for about 7 months. Now you recover, and then a couple of days, he then fell ill for 3 days, and the 3 days his body totally shut down and he died. So I believe, I'm of a strong opinion that yes, the Lord has promised us long life, but there are also things that we need to do. And I'm speaking to myself as much as I'm speaking to you. Sometimes if you can't do so much, take works in the morning, early mornings, if you work from home like I do, or take works in the evening, or just as much as you can, move your body, do the best that you can do, right? Go for, they invite you out for something, try and connect with other people, go meet new people. It will help, it will stimulate your brain. You're meeting new people. Be open-minded, do the best that you can do to ensure a healthy mind and a healthy lifestyle. I'm definitely sure that if you begin to just take steps towards doing this, you will find that you become much stronger and more fit to even be able to get on the things that the Lord would have you do, and to even become the best version of yourself, and also for your loved ones too, right? I want to definitely believe that this reaches out to somebody or a couple of people, and that you're inspired, right, to do what you need to do. And so this, in a nutshell, right, it doesn't sound like a nutshell, it sounds like a lot, but this is proof of a healthy mindset, of a healthy mind and a healthy life, because a healthy mind equals a healthy life also, right? And so do the work to ensure that your mind is healthy, as much as you're putting in work to ensure a healthy body fit, a healthy body fit and all. Also do the work to ensuring a healthy mind, right? Both go hand in hand, because there is a connection between the body and the mind, and your body and your brain, right? Till next episode, where I'm going to be talking about unhealthy mindsets and the dangers of the unhealthy mindset, and some of the pitfalls, some of the things to avoid, right, and things to also begin to work on in the next episode. Until then, my name is Mary Ajagbe,